Hello, everybody. This is Ron Dittmars talking to you from the Erasmus Academy recording studios, and Danielle is with us here today, going over the fourth section in this series of letters of Vincent van Gogh to his brother, Theo. So I'll read the sentence out loud, and Danielle will repeat after me, and please repeat with her. And then I'll ask her questions and try to think in your own mind what the answers would be. You could even stop the recording, pause the recording for a second, if you wanted to answer the question, and then start the recording again to hear the answer, as one person is doing very in taking advantage of these recordings. Okay, so here we go. Are you all set, Daniela?
Yes.
Again, we tried your patience a couple times ago with a 14-minute section. This should be like 8 or 9 minutes, I think. Okay, let's read out loud. Die weiße Haube einer Frau, everybody,
Die weiße Haube einer Frau,
die sich bückt,
die sich bückt,
ein paar dürre Äste aufzunehmen,
ein paar dürre Äste aufzunehmen,
hebt sich plötzlich von dem tiefen Rotbraun des Bodens ab.
hebt sie plötzlich von dem tiefen Rotbraun des Bodens ab.
Okay, so where's the main verb of the sentence? And see if you can, this marking, can you see the markings now on the screen?
Yes.
So we'll go from here all the way up to this point at the end of the sentence. So where's the main verb?
Aufzunehmen?
No, this is in order to.
Oh,
So
it
as,
hebt sich ab.
yeah, hebt sich up. Good. Here we have it right here. Hebt. And you correctly included the reflexive pronoun sich. So sich upheben means to rise or to rise oneself and it says plötzlich means suddenly. So it rises suddenly. So what's the subject of this? You're looking for a singular subject.
Die weiße Haube.
Yeah, so the white, this is either a hood or a bonnet. I think in some of in the context of Dutch landscape, where a lot of his pictures have women who have these almost nurse-like white bonnets that are very striking wearing on their head. So I think we'll go with that instead of say hood or something. And then, but it's interesting that it's not the woman who rises suddenly, but it's actually the white bonnet that is most visible that rises. Okay. What is eine Frau? What case is that, Daniela?
Genitive.
Yeah, of a woman. And then what's the D refer back to? Obviously.
The woman.
Yeah, the woman who. So remember the form of this relative pronoun is taken from two elements from the antecedent, the gender and the number, and then also the third is the role that it plays in the relative clause, and this plays the role of the nominative of the subject, who who bends down, and then what do you have with zu, and where is the zu found?
In order to, and the zu is in the infinitive at the end of the clause.
Yeah, so right, the aufnehmen is to take up, but when you have a zu required, then the zu goes between the several prefix and the main verb. Okay, in order to, always that's in order to do something, to pick up. Okay, and then it rises suddenly, and then how would you translate the rest of the sentence? Fundame?
From the deep red brown of the ground or of the earth.
Good, of the earth, good, or that would be either ground or earth or and then yeah, so rises suddenly from the deep red brown, so already a really primary focus on color combination in his process of developing a painting. Okay, so let's see. You want to translate the whole first sentence?
Sure. The white bonnet of a woman who bends down in order to pick up a few parched branches suddenly rises from the deep red-brown of the ground.
Great. Okay, let's go on. Ein Rock fängt Licht. Everybody.
Ein Rock fängt Licht.
Ein Schlagschatten fällt.
Ein Schlagschatten fällt.
Die dunkle Silhouette eines Mannes erscheint oben am Waldrand.
Die dunkle Silhouette eines Mannes erscheint oben am Waldrand.
Good. So I'm going to raise some of this above this. So from here, and it's just sort of a list of things that he's observing all the way down to here. Where's the verb in the first little phrase?
Fängt.
Yeah, so fangen is to capture, anfangen is to begin, but this means it captures. And where's the verb in the next little sentence?
Fällt.
Failed, it falls. And then what's the verb in the next one? Next clause.
Erscheint.
Erscheint. So what does erscheint mean?
Appears.
It,
To appear.
yeah, it appears. And the subject of that is?
Silhouette.
Yeah, silhouette. Good. What about this eines Mannes? What genders, what case is that?
Genitive.
Yeah. Why is it es instead of just an s here to show the genitive of a singular masculine or neuter?
Stylistic.
Well, not really. If you have a noun that ends with like a consonant like n, you really can't tack on an s. So the genitive, to show the genitive case, either an s or an es, alternatively, is placed on the end of the noun to show that it's in the genitive case. Okay, let's see. I think we've got everything done. Again, Schlagschatten are shadows that are cast, and this is singular. Ein Schlagschatten falls. Okay, you want to do that whole next sentence from Ein
Sure.
Rock?
A skirt catches light.
And it's kind of funny that the rock seems to be like a rock. You know, who knows? Who could think that that's either a skirt or a dress? But that's what it means in German. Start again. Sorry.
So a skirt catches light. A cast shadow falls. The dark silhouette of a man appears above at the forest edge.
Yeah, sort of above in the sense of the picture, I guess, or of the scene that he's viewing or depicting. Good. Let's go on. Eine weiße Haube, die Schultern und die Brüste einer Frau. Go ahead.
Eine weiße Haube, die Schultern und die Brüste einer Frau.
Heben sich von der Luft ab.
Heben sich von der Luft ab.
Good. Let's see. Where's the verb?
Heben sich.
Good. So that's right. So this is rise. Let's see. Actually, heben sich up means actually to stand out. Sich abheben, to stand out or become prominent. So let's see. This is eine weiße Haube, die Schultern. You want to just translate that sentence? It's fairly straightforward.
Sure. A white bonnet, the shoulders and the bust of a woman stand out in the wind.
Good. Going on. Die Gestalten sind groß und voller Poesie. Everybody.
Die Gestalten sind groß und voller Poesie.
Und erscheinen in der Dämmerung des tiefen Schattens wie riesengroße in einem Atelier entstandenen Terrakotta.
Und erscheinen in der Dämmerung des tiefen Schattens wie riesengroße in einem Atelier entstandene Terrakotten.
Okay, so up to this right here, die Gestalten, just translate this first little line.
The figures are large and full of poetry.
So obviously referring to the figures in his paintings and as he's portraying them. And so sind, and then here they appear und erscheinen. And what case is this? In der Dämmerung?
Dative?
Dative, yeah, and answering the question where. And UNG nouns, what are they normally? What gender are they always?
Feminine?
Good, always feminine. So in the twilight of the deep shadow, and how do they appear? As, now here you have something to sort out. There's an extended modifier construction in here. As huge, riesengroße. So where does the extended modifier begin and end? Because you would normally expect a noun after this adjective. This is an adjective. So where does it begin and end?
It begins with in and
Hmm.
it ends with entstandene.
Perfect, yeah. Entstanden is a past participle which concludes this construction. So they appear in the twilight of the deep shadow as huge, I would say, figures of terracotta or terracotta figures. And then how do you deconstruct this extended modifier? What do you go to first?
Um, so huge terracotta figures, and then which were created
Hmm.
maybe in a studio.
Yeah, but the point is, you've identified where it begins and ends, and so after you go to terracotta figures, then you go always to the last element first, which which you could say which were produced because it's a past participle, which were produced or created in an atelier, like a studio. Okay, so it's very important to be able to identify where these begin and end, and then to translate them appropriately. Okay, so let's see. Why don't you do the whole thing from Die Gestalten down to the end of that sentence?
So the figures are large and full of poetry, and appear in the twilight of the deep shadow like enormous terracotta figures which were created in a studio.
Great. So he's making, this whole sort of singing of nature and the colors is again sort of applied with a reference to the atelier, which hopefully can create as stunning works as otherwise. Okay, let's go on. So beschreibe ich dir die Natur, he writes to his brother. Go ahead.
So beschreibe ich dir die Natur.
That means
Um,
say in this
in
way or
this way, I am describing nature to you.
exactly. So notice it's present tense. So in this way, I'm thus sort of describing nature to you. Wie weit, go on, wie weit ich sie in meiner Skizze wiedergegeben habe, everybody?
Wie weit ich sie in meiner Skizze wiedergegeben habe,
Weiß ich nicht.
weiß ich nicht.
Let's go up to there.
Ich
Uh,
nicht. Sorry.
no, no problem. So here, wie weit ich, so to the extent to which I would be a good way to start that. And then wiedergeben is to reproduce. So do that line there.
The extent to which I have reproduced in my sketch.
I've reproduced it. So these referring back to die Natur. So this is um, a direct object of the sentence. Its antecedent is Natur. If the antecedent were masculine, it would be ihn, or neuter would be es. So to the extent to which I have reproduced it, i.e., nature, in my sketch, go on.
I do not know.
Wohl,
Um,
then go on. Wohl aber, dass die Harmonie von Grün, Rot, Schwarz, Gelb, Blau, Grau mich frappierte.
Voll aber, dass die Harmonie von Grün, Rot, Schwarz, Gelb, Blau und Grau mich frappierte.
Okay, wohl aber you could say simply that, and then go on.
Simply that the harmony of green, red, black, yellow, blue, and gray astonished me.
Perfect. Okay, great job. Thanks so much, everybody, and hope we were within the time frame there. We'll come back for the last session on Van Gogh next time. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.